Hello. Today we will be looking at the subreddit r/entitled parents for more tales of terrible parents being terrible. Mom freaks out after I tell her an intern living by myself, can't really afford to buy gourmet cat food every month for her. Some background info and drama for y'all. My mother has been, at least for as long as I've been alive, on a cycle of employment and unemployment, and she kinda believes no job is good enough for her, so she's always quitting. I have referred to her as a narcissist for therapists and they have agreed, but it doesn't feel really appropriate to stick a personality disorder label to her like that. Anyway, this on/off employment status has created a really rough and unstable childhood for me, financially. However, as far as I remember, I was a pretty happy kid, with some issues of course, but happy. My mom was basically my hero. As I grew older, however, I learned how money is earned, how much things cost, and the like. The comfy bubble my mom had created eventually burst. Mom always tried to maintain a very high standard of living, despite her frequent unemployed status, and she's been successful for the most part by borrowing money from relatives, then eventually from me when I was old enough to work, because she can't even have a credit card or take a loan because she owes a fortune to the banks. Borrowing because she usually never gives the money back, of course. So, about high standards of living, she always wanted the best stuff. And she thinks expensive is better, so yeah, always the most expensive soap, toothpaste, shampoo, toilet paper, food products in general, rent, etc. She has 2 cats, and recently she got a job. Last year, it lasted 6 months, and asked for me to use my credit card to buy cat food for her, since she has no credit. So, the pet food she buys for the cats is approximate $50. I don't know about other countries, but where I live, Latin America, that's really expensive. It's some fine gourmet cat food, organic, even has blueberries in it lol. But okay, she had a job, and I never complained. She paid me back, and things were fine. As for myself, I'm a grad student, control engineering major, 22, living by myself, and currently on an internship on a pretty big company, which pays me about $350 a month. That's a little more than average for engineering internships, but I still don't lead a super comfortable life as the cost of living in my city is unusually high. Rent is about $200. I live on a rented bedroom located on a shady neighborhood, and eat frozen lasagna every day, so yeah. I started working when I was 16 in order to try and pay rent and all of that expensive stuff for my mom when we used to live together, since she would rarely be employed. And when I suggested her to take simpler jobs such as cleaning, cashier jobs, maybe fast food, she would go absolutely nuts, scream at me, and verbally abuse me in the worst ways possible. So yeah, I've given up on that. She will only take roles such as manager, well, high status jobs, you know. She thinks other jobs are for people beneath her and humiliating. I still remember when I got my first paycheck and we basically had nothing to eat at home other than instant ramen. So I withdrew all my money and told her, let's buy groceries. She bought Nutella, a huge bucket of ice cream, and a box of chocolates, then took me to McDonald's. That made me realize she had a really poor sense of priorities. After turning 20, I decided that was too much for me, that I deserved better. So I moved out. Mom for the most part was supportive, you know, as much as she could. I could definitely sense she was really bitter about losing her cash cow. That was 2 years ago. A year ago she decided to leave this city because she couldn't find a job and go live closer to her relatives. Again, there are jobs here, just not the ones she wanted. When she moved, she immediately got a job my uncle arranged for her. That was her last job, the one which lasted 6 months. Currently, she is not paying rent because she is living in an apartment my uncle owns. And she is probably living off some other uncle or aunt's money because she definitely has no savings. Never had. She doesn't have any possessions she could sell either. Very tough situation, and I've always been really worried about her, but I've been going to therapy and I'm trying to detach myself from this reality that causes me so much suffering and focus on my own life because I have a lot on my plate already. I'm a student and I barely make enough to live, dude. Now moving forward. This happened today. Screenshot with translations. Also, I really doubt the food lasts 3 months. It's 7 kilograms. 4 to cats. That means about 40 g a day for each, so WTF. That's starvation, dude. Now I wonder if she's starving the cats in order not to lower her standards O_O. I'm still a little shaken because even though I did nothing wrong, it feels bad to read stuff like that from your own mom. She really feels entitled to a lot of stuff. I feel bad for her living like that. The worst part is knowing she'll never change. Killing zombies is worse than killing people. Yes, you read the title correctly. I love playing games very much, and I love to block out my worries by playing. It's important to know that I love horror games and anything scary, so obviously I would play games like Resident Evil 6, Re6. It's important to know that REM absolutely hates anything gory or scary. I was playing Re6 when nobody was home to relax. After a little bit of my dad and his girlfriend came home with her children. She and my father, D, walked to their room, that's where the PS3 is, and the conversation went something like this. Why is she playing that game? That's disgusting. Whispering so I couldn't hear. I could. D, silence. Me, frowns at her, but pretend I don't hear her, but instead talking about killing the zombies. I don't want my children to see this, it's inappropriate. A while later I stopped for some dinner and decided to confront her when she let her kid who is 12 BTW play Call of Duty CD. The next day I hear something coming from their room, so I look past the door and it's the son playing CD. Me, walks in casually. So how is playing CD better than watching Re6? He never played Re6, he just liked to watch. It just is. I'm his mother and I know what appreciate and what isn't. Me, so in your mind killing zombies in a fictional scenario with made up characters is worse than killing other humans that is based off of real events. Trying to find the words. I'm his mother, so I know what is best, and I don't think it's appropriate what you play. Me, I'm 18, you're not my mother, this is my dad's room, and you're in my house. I walked out fuming. So I know it's just a game and a lot of people would say not to get worked up about it, but she has complained about a lot of my habits because they're disgusting. I'm studying to be a special effects makeup artist, so I do my makeup scary like, and she scowls at me. So yeah, obviously I would be annoyed at her basically telling me that I can't play my horror games as long as they live in that house. Edit. Someone asked me if they could see my makeup art. If you guys wanna see my work, look at my Insta page, where I post all of my work at ZOMBAOCTAVIA. Tries to get my little brother and me kicked out of school. For some backstory, I'm currently in my last year of high school, and my little brother just entered his first year at the same school. He was bullied quite a lot in middle school, and hoped, still does, that the new school would give him a fresh start. Of course, as a big brother I taught him the ropes, and watched over him like a hawk. The cast is normal, but LB stands for little brother and PR for principal. On to the story. THX for sorting by new BTW. So a few days ago, my brother sent me a message that a kid was a dick during break, so me, tired as hell, told him to wait it out and talk to a teacher. If it happens again. Few days later, he comes home without his jacket, so I asked him what happened. Me, hey, where's your jacket? LB, it wasn't in my bag at the end of the day, he doesn't have his locker yet. Me, as in stolen? LB, yup. Me, I will sort it out tomorrow, don't worry. So, the next day I went to the office and told the receptionist the story. She told me to go to class and they will call my teacher when I can come talk to the principal. Few periods later, I'm sitting in class talking to some friends about Brawlhalla and stuff, and the phone rings. The teacher tells me to go to the office, and I do. Along the way I meet up with LB and walk on over. PR, hey, you wanted to talk to me about a stolen item? Me, my little brother here, couldn't find his jacket at the end of the day. LB, it was in my bag, but during 5th period I couldn't find it anymore. PR, okay, is there any moment it could have happened? LB, I went to the toilet during 5th period while the teacher was dealing with another student outside of class. Maybe it was taken during that time. PR, who was sitting next to you in that period? LB, insert name here, EK from now. PR, I'll call him over. 5 minutes later, he walks in with his mom. IDK what she was doing there. PR. Hey EK, LB here got his jacket stolen. Do you know anything about it? EK, I didn't do it. PR. I asked if you knew anything. Not saying you did it, this makes you very suspicious. So I would recommend speaking up. He doesn't steal. He's a little angel, he doesn't do that kind of stuff. PR. Well, we can't prove anything, so maybe the camera feed will help. We walk to the security office, where we watch the tape. We just so happen to see EK wearing a very specific jacket. LB's jacket is a black leather jacket with white and yellow on it. LB, that's my jacket. No it isn't. I bought it yesterday. PR. Ma'am, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Why? I did nothing wrong. PR. We will sort it out. Please leave. She does, after throwing quite a fit. EK. Can I go back to class now? PR. Can we see your bag please? EK. No, it's my property. PR. And you're on my property, which gives me the right to search your bag. EK. Sure. The bag gets opened, and you guessed it, there's the jacket. PR. LB, is there anything to prove it's yours? LB. Right pocket. There should be a pair of earbuds. They are there. PR. Here you go EK. Come with me. We walk out, and the EM is still there, screaming that we should get kicked out of school. We go back to class, and I talk to my friends about it. EK got suspended for a week. That's it. Sorry if it was long. TLDR. EK steals jacket. His mom tries to get us kicked out of school. Thank you for watching. Be sure to leave a comment and let me know which subreddit you will like to see. And please subscribe.